Ariana here again, and today we are going to be looking at different hair types. I cannot emphasize how important it is to know your hair type, because especially when you have curly hair and you don't know your hair type, you tend to buy the wrong products and then you waste money on expensive products that probably not even going to work in your hair. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you about the different hair types, and then you can learn what hair type you are and what products will work perfectly in your hair. And guys, if you still by the end of this video don't know your hair type, please do not hesitate. DM me on Instagram and send me a picture of your hair in without any products in it, and then we can see what hair type you fit into. So yeah, without further ado, let's go. Hey guys, okay, so we're going to start discussing the hair types. So here is a picture of the different hair types you get. You get hair types, you get 4 different hair types, and in the hair types you get subtypes which range from A to C. Okay, so let's start with the first hair type. Okay, so hair type 1 is pin straight hair. Okay, it is completely straight. It is absolutely straight, no curl. Okay, then you get type 2 curls. Now, type 2 curls, you get type 2A, type 2B, and type 2C. Okay, so this is where the subtypes come in. Okay, so we're gonna start with 2A. So 2A, as you can see over here, is very loose S-shaped curls. You can see that there's an S shape to it, but it's very loose curls. Okay, then you move to type 2B. So type 2B is loose shaped S curls, but it's a little bit more defined than 2A curls. Okay, so this is where it's more of your beach wave curls. It's got that more defined S shape to it, as you can see. Then you get 2C curls. Okay, so 2C curls look like this. They are much tighter than 2A and 2B curls, but they still have that same S shape to it. Okay, so I've got a couple, what am I talking about? I have a couple 2C curls over here. Oh gosh, there's one. I don't even know if you can see this. This is my messy hair, everyone. Okay, yes. I call them 2-minute noodle curls. I don't know why, but I always say that I have 2-minute noodle curls sometimes. So, oh my gosh, my hair's so messy. There we go. Okay, so that is like 2C curls. Okay, it looks like 2-minute noodles. In my world, it looks like 2-minute noodles, but anyway, yeah, it's just a lot more tighter than 2A and 2C curls. Okay, so now we move to type 3 curls. Okay, so type 3 curls, you get 3A, 3B, and 3C. Okay, so with type 3A, let's start there. I have type 3A curls. Majority of my hair is type 3 curls. So this is different ideas of type 3A curls. And type 3A is seriously the most complicated curls I have ever seen in my life. Okay, so they're normally thick curls that have like the circumference of a chalk most of the time. So I do have some of them in here, like this one over here. So it's much tighter curls that look more like ringlets type of thing. Now we're moving to like that ringlet curls. So here are the 2 pictures. And basically why it's so complicated is, I don't know, for my other 3A people out there, when you wash your hair, it normally, when you're brushing out your knots and that, it's dead straight. Like there's no curl, there's no kink, it's just straight. It makes no sense. But the amount of times that I've been accused of curling my hair with a curling iron, because that's how my curls look most of the time, where it's very defined, but it makes no sense because you just left the room with dead straight hair and now it's dry and it's curly. So 3A is kind of strange, but normally when your hair does that, where it's dead straight, like when you brush all the knots out and there's no kink or curl, and then it just dries like this, then you normally do have the 3A curl type. Okay, now we're gonna move to 3B curls. Okay, so 3B curls are they have a tighter circumference and they have the circumference of a Sharpie marker. Okay, so here's pictures over here. It is much tighter. It still has that it has an S shape to it, but it's more defined and it's more like curly. So type 3A is where the curly per se word comes from. It's that curly hair that's more, it's not coily, it's not S-shaped, it's curly. It's just that in between, confusing in between category. But anyway, okay, now we're gonna move to 3C curls. Okay, so here and here, these are 3C curls. So they are a lot tighter than the previous curls, but they have the circumference of a pencil, okay, of a pencil. So they are much tighter, okay. So 3B curls are, I just think they're absolutely stunning, but 3B curls are just much tighter, okay. So it's not that complicated so far. If you guys are like stuck, I would just suggest go back, start again, work your way through this if I'm giving you too much information at once. Okay, so now we're gonna move to type 4 curls. Okay, so type 4 curls is much tighter. Type 4 is now, it's become your coil, your coily hair. So here's a picture of type 4A curls. So they're much tighter than type 3 curls. They still have that S shape to it, but it's more coily now. Okay, then we move to type 4B curls. Now, type 4B curls are much tighter than 4A curls. Okay, and now they move and they're not an S shape anymore, they've become a Z shape. Okay, so instead of having that S, you now have like Z shapes going down. Okay, then you move to type 4, I forget the numbers, type 4C curls. Okay, type 4C curls are even tighter. They are the tightest curls you can get. Okay, so here's 2 pictures. They are extremely tighter. They still have that Z shape to them, but they are much tighter. Okay, and that is curl types for you. So basically, the tighter the curl gets, the smaller it gets. Okay, let me try and explain that. So it's just that when the curl is much tighter, it normally tends to pick up a lot more. So you can have this long hair that ends over here, but because it's curly, if you pull it, it's much longer. Okay, because the tighter it gets, it just picks up a lot more. So that's why as you move down the curl types to the type 4s, it gets a lot tighter and it pulls up more and it becomes smaller. Okay, so now we're going to discuss products you can use for the different hair types, because I feel like you guys may need like a guideline of what products could work in your hair. So I'm just going to give you like a simple guideline, but I will get into it more in different videos as we go along. Of like, I'll maybe test like for type 2 hair, I'll test type 2 products in my hair, and then we can find results and see which products would work best. Okay, so for type 2 hair, type 2 hair should use very light products. Okay, because you don't want to use heavy products, because your curl is already, remember, it's loose S-shaped curls for most of type 2. So you don't want to use heavy products in your hair, because it's going to weigh your hair down. And if it weighs it down, it's just going to pull it and it's going to be straight. So rather use lighter products, and by using the lighter products, it's going to pick your hair up a lot more and make it look a lot healthier and look a lot more curly, if that's like the route you want to go. Okay, so with type 2 curls, I would suggest, sorry, I don't know what my hair's doing, but anyway, I would suggest using products like light gels, light creams, mousses, and also salt sprays. So I've heard a lot about salt sprays being a very interesting product to use. This will only work in, I would say, type 2A and type 2B curls that can get away with using these salt sprays, but I will do a video further on maybe testing out salt sprays in type 3 hair, and then we can see what it does. I don't think it's gonna look so good, but we can try it and we can see. So yeah, I'll do further videos on that. So with type 2, just keep using light products, because you want that more defined curl, and you're gonna get that if you use lighter products. Okay. Now, I'm going to skip type 3 and we're going to move to type 4 and then we're going to come back to type 3 because type 3 is just messy. Those curls are just something else to understand. Okay, so type 4 curls. So you should use heavier products because your hair can take it, okay? Your hair is strong enough to hold those heavier products and look great while doing it, okay? So I would say use products like jellies, souffles, butters, and custards, okay? So they're much heavier products, but they will hold your hair a lot better, okay? Now, let us move back to type 3 curls. Now, let us move back to type 3 curls. So, with the type 3 category, I would say you should use anything you want. Okay, no. So let's do this. Let's split it in the middle. So, type 3A, let's start there. You guys can use whatever you want, okay? You guys can get away with using a lot of products because it just seems to work in your hair, okay? So I'm 3A and I use, if we go to the type 4 section, I've used custards, I've used butters, and I've used jellies, and they work really well in my hair. Right now, I've used a custard in my hair. If you can see, like, okay, well, yeah. So I've used a custard in my hair, and it's not like weighing my hair down at all because it looks the exact same as if I use like a light gel. So I've used, in the type 2 category, I've used light gels, I've used light creams. I don't like mousse though. But I have tried all of this. So for type 3A, I think it's just a trial and error thing. See what works for you and then go from there, okay? But I will do further videos testing out different products that could work for our hair, okay? Then if we move to the second piece, which is 3B and 3C curls, I would say you guys should use more type 4 products. Because you guys are in the middle, I would say use type 4 products, but C. Type 3C would definitely work with type 4 categories. Type 3B, you guys can get away with using some products from 2 and 4, but I would also suggest going with more 4 categories, type 4 categories, okay, of products. I think that will just work better in your hair. But if you guys, especially type 3, that's a bit confused about it, please like message me and then we can find products that could work for your hair, okay? And yeah, that comes down to our lesson on hair types. I really hope it helped. If you guys still are a bit confused about your hair type and you're still not sure what you have, because some people obviously have different hair types on your head. You could have 2A curls, 2B curls, and then have 3B curls too. So you can have a head full of different curls. So if you want to go, I would suggest go back from the start of my video and watch it again and see if you can like figure out what hair types you do have. And if you're still confused, please message me on Instagram and then send me a picture of your hair, and then I can help you and tell you what hair type you are and exactly what products would work in your hair. Okay, so I really hope that this video has helped you, and I really hope that a lot of you now understand your hair and can learn to love it, because we are on this natural hair journey and it's a long one. It's a very long one, but we are gonna do this. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and don't forget to please send me any ideas of any videos you guys want to do. Send me any ideas, and then yeah. So yeah, please can you join the Curly Hair family, and please can you drop a subscribe and like this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you being a part of the Curly Hair family. Bye guys!